month I'm catching up with Sheldrakes, Isuzu, CYJ 530, 8 and 4 curtain sider, and driver Lucky Tie to see how the latest version of the Isuzu AMT performs. It would be fair to say that I've been less than impressed with some of the Isuzu's previous offerings in this area. I've been told of late that several operators who are running the new Isuzu MJX16 AMT are very happy with its performance. I'm talking to Lucky when we first meet, my doubts increase, as he explains that he drives the truck in manual mode and tends not to use it in full auto mode. I jump behind the wheel, ready to pull out of McAlpine's timber yard in Rotorua, heading for the Port of Tauranga, the load of export timber. I'm going to try it in auto mode first, then we'll also try out the manual operation. There are a couple of reasonable climbs up from Lake Rotorua. I'll do the normal cab familiarisation before we take off. It's a well laid out cab with excellent storage, both through the centre of the cab, between the seats and above the window scope. It's a flat dash design with most controls within easy reach of the driver, but two that I feel could be located better are the transmission mode switches. One for the power and economy modes, another for the step shifter. They're both on the left side of the dash. This is a reach for the driver. The step shift builds up double gear shifts for the transmission. It proves necessary for downshifting on steeper hills, and also for economical upshifting on flat running. Although the transmission does seem to make multi-gear upshift on its own when it sees an easy flat terrain. The power mode sees the AMT shifting down to higher revs and holding gears longer before upshifting. Both these switches will be better located on or beside the gear shift lever, so all transmission controls are together. We get rolling, and the transmission makes nice clean shifts through the gears. I settle back to find a comfortable driving position, but what's this? A clutch pedal, where I try and place my left foot forward to stretch out. I'm not expecting this. Turns out on checking the spec sheet that it's a slow manoeuvre. We move up through the gears, firstly in power mode, with upshifting at around 1700 revs per minute. But then I slip into economy mode and immediately brings the upshift back a couple of hundred revs. I already know this Isuzu 6WG1 DCS 6-cylinder SCR engine has no shortage of power, as I discovered when I drove the 18-speed manual model of Solis through the Lewis Pass a few months back. It's an easy run out of Rotorua past the airport. It's not until past Lake Rotorua that we hit our first climb, where I leave the transmission in auto mode and in the power setting. It makes its first downshift at 1300 revs per minute, jumping the revs back up to just over 1500 with a single gear shift. The shifts are quicker than I remember on the previous Isuzu AMT and seem to go through nicely. We only drop a couple of gears on the climb and the transmission handles it well. Over the next few kilometres we have some easy rolling country with a few short rises and downhills, and I use the engine brake to steady the truck's speed, which it does easily. On this run I'm not going to get any real good downhills to test out the retardation, but I suspect it's probably a little on the soft side from what I'm feeling on this stretch. On the second major climb we come to, the hook into manual mode. We have the skip shift engaged, so it will take a couple of downshifts. I make the first downshift at 1200 revs per minute. That quickly drops down to 14th gear. It brings the revs back up to 1600 revs per minute. I then switch off the skip shift and take a single gear at 1200 revs per minute. And this time it drops to just below 1500 revs per minute in 13th gear. It certainly feels better using the skip shift, so I engage it and take two more gears down to 11th, this time at 1100 revs per minute. It picks it up over 1500 revs per minute and holds it to the top of the hill. In fact, it picks up revs nicely. From here on it's an easy drive to the port, with no more hills to challenge us. Steering is good, with a nice light feel and good feedback from the road. It's easy to maintain good road position and there's no noticeable bump steer over uneven surfaces. Ride is excellent and noise levels in the cab are very low. I do feel a bit cramped in the driving position, with my knees quite close to the dash, even with the seat fully back. The clutch pedal definitely takes away any space to push your left leg forward. Mirrors are very good, with the usual flat upper mirror and optical wide angle mirror below it on both sides. There are no really noticeable blind spots to worry about, as I negotiate the roundabouts coming into the mount. In all, it's a nice truck to drive, and while our test run isn't one of the tougher ones, the AMT certainly seems to shift a lot better than the previous version, as I remember them. The next test will be how it survives long term in New Zealand conditions.